What's goody team? What's goody team? Welcome to the final isolation session for the week. Hope everyone is having a great day so far. Hope everyone had a good day so far. For the ones who are at 7 p.m., hope you guys have a good night. Um, yeah, as you guys know, again, this is the last isolation session for the week. Right? Usually Fridays, I'm not really that active on the charts. So we're just gonna be going over the 30-minute time frame. This session should be pretty quick. We'll talk about the 30-minute time frame, what we're looking for, what we could be expecting, and then we will go on from there. Never got the break on the 4. On the 1 hour, we did get a clean break, but not on the 4. We'll give everybody till 7:10, and then we will get started. Again, I'm pretty much just gonna update the 30-minute time frame and then go on from there, team. Yerp, was good, Ikendo. Any questions, guys? Let me know before we get started. Any specific pairs you guys want me to go over, let me know. If not, again, we're just going to be going over the 30-minute time frame. It's going to be a quick one, so. No questions in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Any questions, guys? Let me know. 7:15. We'll get started. We'll give everybody another minute. Again, we're just going to be going over the 30-minute time frame. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. If not, this is going to be a pretty quick session, no longer than 20, 30 minutes. Seems like we got no questions today. Alright, no problem. Alright, let's get started. As always, we're going to be going over the pairs that you see on the right hand side with the red flag next to their name, starting off with AUD-USD and finishing off with US oil. Review what we went over from yesterday's session on how they moved. GJ and US30, gotcha. So AU, we were looking for a change and a break. We didn't get the break. We didn't get a break below the 800. So AU, just going to be patient with AU. Again, today's stream, I'm pretty much just going to be looking over continuations. We had lower low, lower high, then we had lower low. Again, I don't really want to say that this is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, but we do have clean moves to say that. So that's what I'm going to update it as. So we're trading between these lower highs over here, these lower lows over here. Wait it out and see what happens with ACAD. With EA, we're trading between these higher highs over here. We finally have a little day of drop on EA. Just a little pullback. Look at EA real quick. Where are we? Where are you? Bottom of the zone of consolidation. Gave us an inducement. 4 hour, we have a week of rise this week. Looks like price wants to give us a second week of rise. This could be a good one to look for next week, team. This could be a really good pair to keep an eye on. On the 1 hour time frame, we have an engulfing candle over here. Pretty big area. Let me see something. Wouldn't be a bad. Would like to see a steeper pullback for the week. So we could potentially be looking for price to give us some sort of inducement at these lows. You have lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So we still don't have a change or a break on EA, not yet. This could be a good one to keep an eye on. See, I need to log into this account here. Okay, I'm already signed in. Perfect, just in case. Right, so EA, I'm gonna be patient with this area. This could be a very interesting spot to look for a trade on EA. For ECAD, and what I'm gonna do, well, no, we'll keep those on and we'll look at it tomorrow morning. No problem. ECAD, we're still making in the previous lower lows, just in the zone of consolidation. So ECAD, nothing really to talk about. EU in the zone of consolidation still, so I don't have anything to talk about. And we have 2 days of counter drop, so we'll be patient with EU. With GA, we have a day of no nut. Price was just moving sideways. It gave us that 4th day push and ended on a no nut. Technically have a change of character to the top side over here. This change of character, we'll move this, and we're trading between these lows and these highs over here. For GCAD, we have a day of no nut. Still in the zone of consolidation, so we know that GCAD, I'm not going to be trading it. Now with GJ, let's see. Review what we went over from yesterday's session on how they moved. Let's talk about it. Right, so one of the ideas that we saw, right, the change of character, the break of structure, the retest, right, there was something that we were saying with GJ, I don't feel comfortable taking positions here just based on the higher time frames, right? This is just one of those situations where it was a 50-50 gamble, right? If you took the trade and you took profit, then, you know, perfect. But is this an A plus setup? No. Not an A plus setup. Around the 30-minute, we had a change, we had the break, we had the retest, we had the continuation back to the top side. Right, we had higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we're trading between these higher lows over here and these higher highs. Did you have any specific questions on this? Because I mean, it's not. There's really, we don't have any continuations on GJ, but again, GJ is just one of those situations where, you know, you had your entry model that was present, right? Multiple entry models that were present. We said there was like what, 6 or 7 different entry confirmations to take. The only thing that was missing was the daily and the higher time frame breaks, right? The daily time frame break. Trading in these highs is just very low probability, right? So there's really not a lot to talk about when it comes to GJ. You know, we have an engulfing candle here, but I'm not thinking that GJ is gonna push down anytime soon. I think we're gonna continue these uptrend pushes for GJ, so we'll keep this marked for now, but not a really. It's self-explanatory from not having all the confirmations on the higher time frame. That's really all it is. That's really all it is. Right? Going from, yeah, remember, we always start from the higher time frames going into the lower time frame. If the higher time frame is already giving you a signal that's not good, right, to continue the uptrend pushes, then there's no reason why we should even put ourselves in a situation to trap ourselves into a trade that we know that if this happens again tomorrow or next week, again, it's 50-50. Right? So just because of that, we're already at the daily highs, we're at the 4-hour highs, we don't have a clean break. There's really nothing clean to trade here. Price could have reversed on us very easily. So that's really all it is on GJ, and that's the reason why you guys, again, you see like GJ, I'm not active trading on GJ. Right? I like looking at GJ every day. I like looking at it to see if there's anything clean to take, because GJ is a very volatile pair. It moves a lot. There's a lot of volume. Besides that, I'm not entering trades on GJ unless something is crystal clear. If nothing is crystal clear on GJ, I'm not trading it. Just going over the movement. Yep. We have a no nut on GU. Where we had lower low, lower high, lower low. Price tapped our 30-minute highs, gave us another no nut for the day, which is moving sideways. right? Went down, went up like crazy, went down like crazy, and ended in the same spot where price ended. That's a no net. So no continuations there. NZD USD still sideways movement gave us another change of character. Back down to the bottom side over here. So we were trading between these highs over here and these lows down here. And I'm gonna use this entire zone. I know it's a pretty big zone, but fuck it. Right? We also have a day of no net on NZD USD. For US 30 price, price moved as soon as Asia session opened. Price just moved and hit ADR as soon as price went up. We had a 5-minute change of character, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then higher high, higher low, higher high. Price is just moving crazy, right? We had 2 days of drop, gave us a third day low, finished on a drop, no net. Could we expect price to continue the downtrend push again at this point? We were looking for a change and a break, and all we have is a change on the 30-minute time frame, right? And that change of character happened here with this wick on this side. So we're now trading between those 30-minute highs over here and these 30-minute lows down here. All right, we finished on a drop no net. We are in peak high, so I'm going to mark it as a drop no net. For USD CAD, once again, price is just in a zone of consolidation. That is the market conditions that we're in right now. We're just consolidating. We don't have no continuations. Price gave us a day of drop. So we already know market conditions when we're just in a zone of consolidation. Not going to be trading them. Just gonna be patient. Gonna wait it out. Gonna wait for price to start trending. Once we start trending again, that's when I'll start trading. USDZR, same thing. Right? Still technically giving us lower low, lower high, lower low, and gave us a change of character, higher high. But we could still see price pushing down, and we have 2 days where price has been moving sideways. So once again, if we're consolidating, there's no trend. Obviously, if we're consolidating, there's no trend. If we're consolidating, there's no trade. No trade. Right? Gold for today just moved sideways. Right? Gave us a crazy exhaustion candle to the bottom, went up. Right? Tapped our highs, gave us an inducement candle at the high, came back down for the day, just finished on a sideways movement. Filled up our gap that was at these highs, gave us an inducement. I would be interested to start looking at entries for gold again at these highs, going short. At this point, I'm not going to mark this yet as higher high, higher low, higher high. We're just going to wait this out. We're still in a zone of consolidation, so we want to be patient with gold. Bitcoin, again, I'm not trading Bitcoin at this moment. Too much news going on, so we're just going to skip over that one. And then oil gave us a day of drop. Still trading between lower low, lower high, lower low. So we'll be patient. We're trading at the daily lows. We're trading at the 4-hour lows. We know we're looking for an overall lower low to be made, right? We're looking for price to give us a lower low. And technically speaking, price did give us a lower low already, right? Lower low, lower low. Right, we're trading lower low, lower high, and then price came here, gave us a lower low. Hasn't given us a clean break, but price did give us that lower low already. And on the 4-hour, we had a weaker drop last week. This week, looks like price wants to give us that second week drop. So this could be a good one to go into next week as well. Possibly, even tomorrow we could catch a little trade on oil if it gives us an opportunity for the NYC session. But these last 2 days, again, we could really see that price has been just moving sideways. So we'll be patient. The only pair that I'm very curious to look at is going to be EA. Outside of EA, I'm not really interested in anything else. And even EA right now is a little bit too early to tell. Right now, this is too early of a trade to really talk about and look for entries at this point. Again, this is more for next week. EA is going to give us that second week push. Once we solidify that second week push, I like the fact that the 50 is reaching the 200. This could 100% be a trade. For next week. Now for Friday, for tomorrow, it's again 50-50 at this point. We just gotta be patient with it and wait it out. So that's pretty much it, guys. Any questions? Any other pairs you guys want me to go over? Anything you guys want me to talk about? Discount on XRP? Hell yeah, 1.79. Start loading up your XRPs, man. Start loading up some XRP, man. Any other questions? Any other specific pairs you guys want me to go over? Anything at all, guys, let me know. Let me know. Use this time wisely. Again, remember, this is the last isolation session for the night, for the week. We'll be back again tomorrow morning for the live trading session, and then we'll be back on Sunday for the weekly market breakdown, right? And then, the schedule for next week, guys, on the 23rd, I'll be going down to Miami. Gonna go spend some time with the family. Um, and I probably won't be back home until maybe the 4th or the 5th, I think. Let me check. I'll give you guys the right information here. On the 4th. So I'll be back home possibly the 4th on Sunday. And I'll probably be home by like 6. So I don't know if I'll bring my setup again for next week's trades, guys. Monday and Tuesday obviously we'll be able to trade it. The 24th and the 25th. I don't remember if the market's closed for the 25th. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember. Volume is gonna be a little crazy, so just be weary of that. I'm definitely not going to be trading on the 24th, possibly not even the 25th. 26th is a Friday, and then we'll be back home for the week of New Year's. That's another thing. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm gonna bring my computer yet. I don't know if I'm gonna just go over there and chill for 2 weeks. Um, so I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know on Tuesday what the plan is. So about time for the is funded and put some payout money into XRP. Hell yeah. Enjoy yourself. I'll let you know if I take any trades. Bet. Bet. Yeah, I gotta disconnect a little bit, man. This has been a fucking crazy week, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a crazy month. It's been a crazy month, to say the least. No other questions in the chat? Sounds good. I'll hit you guys up in the morning. I'll let you guys know in the Discord how the charts are looking. If there's any trades to take, then we'll turn the stream on and we'll do that. If there's no trades to take in the morning, then we'll see you guys again on Sunday for the weekly market breakdown, guys. Have a good rest of your night.